Okay, so we've got this circle, and if you remember, that means that the radius has to be 5 and the center is at 0, 0. So let me do a little circle here. Okay, so there's my circle. I'll put some axes here. So at time 0 seconds, it's at 5, 0. And then at time 1 second, it's at 4, 3. And it says that it moves around at a constant rate, which means every second it changes by the same angle, right? So after 2 seconds, you know, another theta degrees have gone by. If we can figure out what theta is, then we know how fast it's moving around the circle, really. So let's make a little triangle here where this is 3 and this is 4. Radius turns out to be 5. And if I do, let's say, tan theta, I'm going to get 3 over 4, so theta is going to be tan inverse of 3 over 4, which is about 36.870 degrees. So every second, this thing rotates another 36.870 degrees. So the question is, well, where is it when t equals 2? Okay. Well, it's centered at 0, 0 with radius 5, so I know that this coordinate is 5 cosine whatever the angle I rotated through is, and 5 sine that angle. Well, that's really just 2 theta now, right? And 5 sine 2 theta. Because instead of going 1 theta, I'm really going 2 theta now. Well, if you plug in this for theta, store that in your calculator and plug it in, then you're going to get 1.4 and 4.8. So then the next part says, okay, what happens when you're at 3 seconds? T equals 3. Well, that means you're going to go not 1 theta, not 2 thetas, but 3 thetas. Right, so this coordinate right here is going to be 5 cosine 3 theta, 5 sine 3 theta, where theta should still be stored in your calculator, and if you work that out, you're going to get negative 1.76, comma 4.68. So you can kind of see a pattern here. What happens when t equals n seconds? You're going to get 5 cosine n theta and 5 sine n theta, where theta is still that 36.870. Okay, the next question says, at what times does the object return to 5, 0? Well, that happens when the full rotation is 360 degrees. So that's when this equals 360 and this equals 360, right? So n theta equals 360 degrees. So n, remember n is our general time. So n is 360 over theta, which is 360 over 36.870, which is about 9.764 seconds. Which is what most people said on their homework. But 9.764 is only the first time it returns to 5, 0. So it happens at 0 seconds. It happens again at 9.764 seconds. And then the next time it'll happen will be 9.764 seconds after that. So 9.764 times 2 seconds. And then it'll happen again at 9.764 times 3 seconds. So really, it'll be at 5, 0 when t equals 9.764 times any integer. Right, so I'm going to say m, where m is an integer. Now, when I say m is any integer, I'm including negatives, which means, you know, if this thing had always been moving, and then you go backwards in time, like negative 9.764 seconds, then it would have been at 5, 0 going in reverse one time. So, okay, hope that helps.